Okay, good day to you all. This is flipped presentation number 2. I'm going to talk just a little bit about this family that could be considered a foil family with Polonius the father, Laertes Ophelia, the children, and the absence of a mother because um, where she is and who she is and what happened is never explained. And if ever there was a character that might have benefited from a mother's presence, it might be Ophelia. This is just an image of Kate Winslet. You saw her today playing the role of Ophelia, being rather bossed around, ricocheted around by Polonius and Laertes, her brother. In the upper right, there's a picture of Julia Stiles also playing Ophelia and also looking a little sad as she burns a picture. Bottom one is of Helena Bonham Carter playing Ophelia in the Mel Gibson version. Um, all three actresses, I think, do a fine job portraying a disturbed and unfortunate young woman. Ophelia is a bit of an iconic character, and she has been used in multiple ways to draw attention to um, situations where young women find themselves in trouble. And this was a #1 New York Times bestseller from years back, reviving Ophelia, um, using the idea of her treatment back in the day to um, metaphorically look at how young women are being treated by today's culture. Uh, this is the same idea. It's an organization that looks out for women who are um, being abused, whether that's physical or emotional. Anyway, moving into our stylish sentence patterns. First of all, we've got pattern number 3 after the first two. This is also a compound sentence, but this one's with the elliptical construction. And yes, indeed. So the comma indicates the omitted verb or verb phrase. How this works up, we have a subject and a verb, and then, either a direct object or subject complement. Direct object is just like if I say, I bit the dog, I is the subject, bit is the verb, the dog is the direct object, or I drove the car. It's the what that receives the action. A subject complement essentially functions the same way. It's just if what follows is an adverb or an adverbial phrase or an adjective or adjective phrase. So if I said, she is quick as a fox, she would be the subject, is the verb, and quick as a fox would be the subject complement. It basically complements or completes the subject. Quick as a fox is she. So this one really is only to use for very special occasions. There is the explanation. It's the same as pattern 1, but here the verb in the second clause is omitted because and only if it would needlessly repeat the verb of the first clause. In other words, the comma says to the reader, here, you should mentally insert the same verb you've already read in the first clause. Some examples. A red light means stop, a green go. There, the comma is replacing light and means, and that's okay. Skipping down to the next black one. From the fiery pit of hell, Moloch proposes revenge through open warfare. Belial, guile. Now, in this case, the comma is really ambitious in that it is mentally replacing the words proposes revenge through. And it also creates that little rhyme at the end. Abdiel offers God his loyalty, Satan his contempt. There it's replacing the offers God. And moving into pattern 4, this is a compound sentence with explanatory statement. Note the use of the colon instead of the semicolon. They're not the same. This pattern is also exactly like patterns 1 and 2 in structure, compound, very different in content, as the colon implies. A colon in a compound sentence performs a special function. It signals to the reader that something important or explanatory will follow. As this very sentence illustrates, aren't I cute? So that's pattern 3 and pattern 4. You should try to emulate each of those with an original sentence that is somehow connected with your understanding of Hamlet.